Welcome back to the Animation Weekly Recap. We are live.
Y'all. Animation Recap, y'all. I just used to saying that from this weekend. I said y'all a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are back in person. Thank goodness gracious. It was so boring from my side of the pond.
I know. So I want to jump into this. We just got, this is Monday, that we're shooting this a little bit early for the Friday release.
Yeah.
Because you have a couple days off.
Because we had a crazy jam-packed weekend.
And that's where I was getting, is that because we just finished, we're exhausted. I took most of the day off today, Ansley. I feel guilty, but I also feel wonderful.
No.
So, no regrets.
You only work 40 hours a week, and we worked all weekend. So don't feel bad.
That's true.
Payroll doesn't say otherwise. So that's what I'm saying.
That's true.
You ain't paying me more, so I ain't working more.
I don't think I make more either. Don't worry about it.
You won't. But this is kind of like one of our articles, so before you get into it,
okay.
I have definitely one article I want to get into after we recap Animation Y'all. And then I have a second in case Animation Y'all goes really short, but I have a feeling it won't. So I think we have like one actual article this week and then a big Animation Y'all recap for those of y'all losers that lost out on not coming.
She didn't mean losers. She meant thrifty.
Lamos.
No.
Those that didn't come. You missed out.
You know what? They might have had a doctor's appointment or something.
On a weekend?
Like a family commitment.
This is true. This is you know what? Philip, who edits our videos, his sister got married on Saturday. You know what he did? Came Sunday.
I know. I did see him.
See?
Or you might be in California or somewhere far away like Portugal. That's a good reason that you couldn't make it. I'm with you.
Take the train. Take the boat.
Oh, man. Oof. A plane, maybe. Yeah.
No, I hate those. Anyways, let's get into the recap of, dare I say, the best weekend. Definitely the best animation expo I've ever been to, and I am not being biased.
And you have been, just to back that up, because she could then say, I've never been to any other one. She did go to Lightbox Expo before. CTN, I don't know if you've been to CTN.
No, but I've gone to some with you before I worked at Pencilish too. So like, I've seen my fair share. You have as well.
You've been to a few Comic Cons and things like that too.
Yes.
I've seen many. I've been to every single Lightbox Expo so far, and I think all but the last couple CTN Animation Expos, so about 10 years worth of those. It's really what led Tony and I, my brother Tony, to create Animation Y'all. I finally got him to move, and this is really the game changer. My brother and I had been talking about it for years, but it wasn't until he moved out here about 3 years ago that all of a sudden he got serious about it. Let's put it that way, because now he was here. He was like, I want to make Nashville the place to be, because I'm here. And so we finally got on the right page, because I was the one that was always traveling to California to meet up with him at CTN, to meet up with him at Lightbox, and we'll still probably go to Lightbox, I'm assuming. We really like that show. But it kind of became time to go, well, what about the South? There's nothing out here. Mm-hmm. And boy, were we right. I mean, as far as...
Everybody was like,
everybody
finally.
Said that. Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy because Nashville is honestly starting to become an animation, I'm not going to say hub because it's not a hub, but like...
So it's too early to call it a hub.
Yeah, but it's becoming a spot of animation. You've got Pencilish, you've got Wing Feather, you've got... Is it Angel Studios here?
No.
Oh,
Utah.
Oh.
I think,
okay. But then on top of that, you've got Lipscomb, you've got ETSU, you've got MTSU, you've got a huge community of people in animation.
And other projects, Dead Sea Squirrels.
A bunch of people moving from LA here. It's kind of becoming a big spot for animation, and all we were hearing like all weekend was, finally, we don't have to travel to California. There's really not anything like this anywhere in the South.
There's not. Yeah. There is a Utah one, Animation Y'all.
It's not the South.
Not Animation Y'all, but an Animation Expo. But yeah, not
That's
technically the South.
West.
Yes, we're going to definitely say not the South. But yeah, you're right. I think we are the first. It's why we did it. What was crazy to me is how many people and I want to hear what you think, or if you heard the same thing. I would constantly be asking, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" And it was very rare that anybody said from Tennessee.
I know. Well, I had some, but like I had a lot of people that traveled. Weirdly, a bunch were Virginia Beach.
Well, yeah, Regent University is an animation. They have an animation program there. They are
no,
Christian
but they were
animation.
just older. Like there was just people that like maybe they had gone to school there a while ago. But
a lot of former alumni, a lot of instructors even there too. There was at least 2 instructors from Regent.
That was a big spot.
It tended to be wherever there were sort of animation, because we had a large group of students and former students that came. That's true of Lightbox and CTN too. But those hubs they kind of would group together and kind of come together.
Yeah.
So we had a lot from Atlanta, from SCAD Atlanta. We had a lot from Savannah that were also coming from.
Yeah, there was SCAD.
SCAD Savannah.
I only met like one Ringling, I think.
Yeah, there were a couple Ringlings. Ironically, one of the Ringling people I met were with a group from Regent. They were making a film together.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought, first off, it was a great show out of people. Everybody was so excited. And I was only hearing amazing things.
Yeah.
Like, everybody was like, it's going so well. I think people brought, like, lower expectations, honestly.
Maybe.
Because I think they all thought we're going to the first one. Like, it can't be great. And it really was. So then everybody was just like, oh my gosh, it's so great. Panels ran smooth. We had great people on panels. The entire expo, the whole setup, everything went off without without an issue. I think my only issue was parking. I had a parking pass to be on the front row and people would just grab those spots. But what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
And then, that would be if they had more volunteers, sure, you could put them outside, but it was freezing. And then second was
a little cold. It wasn't
people
freezing.
could get in through other doors.
Yeah.
But you did it at a college where you can't lock the doors because students have to get there. So, like, everything, those are, like, the two. And that was, like, me as, like, somebody that's, like, kind of on the inside noticed it. No one else would have noticed that. No,
nobody was noticing it.
And for those to be, like, the 2 hiccups, it really, like, went so smooth. It was so great. All I was hearing was praise, which was
well, and I want to jump into stats. So we were sold out about 2 weeks before the event, and that's hard. It was awesome, but also hard just because there were so many people that I felt like 10 people a day were contacting me through LinkedIn or texting me or Instagram saying, can I get in? Can I get in? I waited too long. I'm sorry, but I really want to be there. Some of them had already booked hotels.
Yeah, I got emails about that. I felt so bummed. It's just like, I think that maybe people are used to getting tickets at the door. But
the average Comic Con doesn't sell out. They just
ours was just smaller.
Buy tickets, and so we were a boutique one this year. We're hoping to not be that down the road. I think we'll always be a little smaller than say like Lightbox because that's up to tens of thousands. I think of people. I think they have about
that place
13,000, I think. Anyway, we had a ceiling of 500 a day. We literally sold tickets. I think over 700 tickets were sold, and so that's what some people were just coming Saturday or just coming Sunday. But around 550 or so were coming in every single day, both Saturday and Sunday. We had the VIP tickets; those sold out because that was a special dinner that we did Friday night, which was a hit. Everybody loved it.
Yeah,
food was pretty good, and also we had entertainment. We had a voice actor that came up and did a whole like show for us. It just could, and then they got a preview night. That was
they got to go to the booth from 7 to 9 p.m.
They
and
had
kind
2
of check
hours
them out ahead of time. And then they also got to come in early on Saturday and Sunday, an hour before everybody else could go in.
And that, I mean, I heard time and time again, the VIPs were very happy. I want to say this: we had a swag bag that was like no swag bag you've ever seen at a convention. Everybody got one as they came in. But Wing Feather Saga, they went so big this year and what we had multiple things in the swag bag, you know.
Yeah, we put like stickers in.
We did stickers.
We did
Pencilish stickers. Sorry.
I thought we were just keeping it low key. I didn't know we had to step it up.
Well, it was sort of last minute, but yeah, we we were told, oh, yeah, and by the way, if you do anything in this swag bag, it's got to be 600 things,
Yeah.
So that wasn't.
And it was last minute.
And so, yeah, there tended to be postcards and things like that and stickers. But Wing Feather Saga, they donated 600 Art of Wing Feather books.
Yeah. I'm like, first off, did you have those printed and ready? I'm so.
Oh, no, they've had those out. I have one already. They've been out. I don't know how they're selling them into the world, but through their website, I'm sure.
Wow.
It was amazing that everybody got the swag bag, had a big old art of book in there that was almost the value of their ticket,
Really?
Yeah. It's at least a $20, $25 book, at least $25.
Well, their ticket isn't $25.
A one-day pass wasn't that much more. I'm just saying.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were like hundreds.
Oh, no. No. Next year, maybe. But no, we did. We kept the prices down this year. I mean, it wouldn't be hundreds for a day, but no con is charging that kind of money. Not even Lightbox.
Really?
Yeah, no, it's not that much. But
I think
but they're probably closer
check
to
your sources.
Well, for a one-day pass, they may be closer to 50, but we were closer to say 25 or 30, depending on if you're a student or not. All I'm saying is, literally, the swag bag itself almost paid you back, and then you were going to have a full day of just being in the con. So we had, right off the bat, it was so amazing. Thank you, Wing Feather Saga, for doing that, Shining Isle Studios, because, man, right off the bat, people were happy
they were pumped
and excited.
Up. Yeah.
They were like, oh my gosh, and they're going to carry it around the next 8 hours, unfortunately, but still they were thrilled to have it. It's a beautiful book.
They have a cute little tote to hold it in.
Yeah, we gave them the custom Animation Y'all tote.
Yeah. Well, a POV as an exhibitor, we had a Pencilish booth. It was great.
Yeah, we were a silver level sponsor.
Yeah. So my point of view or thoughts on that was, I loved it. I felt like Lightbox is like the only time I've been like a exhibitor and stuff. There's just too many people. It's like shoulder to shoulder. I almost like hope you guys don't let it get to be too many people.
I know. I'm the same way.
People were telling me that. They were like, this is so nice. We're not like in a crowd like this, like inching through.
Somebody came to me and said afterwards her assessment was, what made it special, and we heard this over and over again, that there was a special vibe to it, that everybody was friendly, everybody was having a good time.
That's the South.
And they called it the y'all, the y'all. So it said, don't lose the y'all. You got to keep that, And
it is.
The vibe.
It's true. That's the South. We're nice.
Yeah.
But, I loved that. I mean, we didn't have like a swarming crowd of people. Like, I mean, Lightbox Expo, you can't go fill up your water bottle. Like, it is so crazy. You are stuck at the booth. If you want lunch, like, you've got to like hide in the corner and try to eat it, or somebody will be like, can I have a job? Can I have a job? And like that, and it's just like a line of like 50 people. First off, a lot of people weren't there asking for jobs.
Which I was shocked by. I was shocked by, but pleasantly so.
They were just trying to make connections, and they were there to buy.
Yeah.
I mean, we just had like merch. We were like, if we sell, like, sure, but we were really just there to have a booth, and we sold more than we've ever sold at Lightbox.
Well, and I want to say that's an important note. I know I'm going to put my business hat on like I do.
Please don't.
But as a founder of an animation expo, you want your exhibitors happy. You want them to be making money.
Yeah, and all the exhibitors were happy. They were selling out.
And I know that there were some that were like, yeah, I've made more at other ones, but I didn't have this much fun. And so there was always like at least I enjoyed it so much, I'm okay that I broke even or whatever. But then others I heard, some came up to me and said, I made more here than I did at Lightbox.
Yeah, we did. I mean... So. And just in general, like, you had time to have conversations with the people, and I was oh, hey, like, I know you, because they would come to our booth and stuff. Like, you were building actual relationships. You can't do that at Lightbox. It's like every 2 seconds, it's a line of people, and we've got all of our people lined up at the front of the booth, each having their own line of people, and they just walk up, you give them a quick spiel about Pencilish, they ask for a job, and then they walk away like that, and then it's just the next one, and like, you don't have 2 seconds. And this was the first time like people wanted to just like actually just chat and talk about what they love to do. You talk about what you love to like, and just get to know you.
But with a small venue, we had 50 exhibitors. Those were sold out too, of course, many months ago. with 50 exhibitors and about, we'll just say 550, 600 people kind of coming and going per day. It was a smaller venue, and so therefore nobody felt like, oh, you had a constant flow of people coming by your table, and that's all I want to say.
Yeah, I felt like it was constant.
She's saying it was easy to talk, and I agree with that. I just don't want you guys to think that it was empty. It wasn't.
I will say we were downstairs below the exhibitors, so they probably had a different experience. I will say like the bottom where the sponsors are was more low key, but that's like what I preferred. I didn't want to be at the exhibitor booth, so because that was way more packed, because that's where like all 50 of the people were. But like we were just down there with like the other studios and stuff. Yeah. But still, we had somebody, at least a couple people at our table at all times. Yeah. So that was nice, and I preferred it. I loved it. I was just getting.
And they had to sort of come down. The exhibit hall was upstairs, so they had to come down the stairs that would go right by all the sponsors. There's about 5 of them, and then to walk to the panels.
Go to the panels. So we would fill up a lot before and after panels.
Created a nice flow of people.
I honestly,
coming through.
I really liked it. I liked the setup. I liked everything. And my last thing I wanted to say.
What?
I had about 15 people come up to me and tell me that they watch the Animation Weekly recap. And can I just say,
thank you.
That made my day, and I felt famous. I was like, sorry, do you want me to sign something?
Yeah. Is there anything you need me to do right now?
It was so cool. And because just to me, I feel like we just make this and we just sit here and talk every day, every week. And like, I'm just talking to my dad. I'm just hanging out. I post it up there. Yeah. I don't know. Like, we'll see if anybody sees it.
Who's watching this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm like, it's just you and me watching. We can't even get our family to watch it.
Yeah, because even likes are kind of vague, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, our family's not watching
no
it,
one watches. I can't even get my fiance to watch it.
No, Uncle Tony, he watches it sometimes.
Yay.
He has seen it.
Sometimes.
He's waiting for us to mention him, and I think he's probably tuned out because we don't talk about him constantly.
No, yeah.
Hi, Tony. We mentioned you already today.
Yeah. Anyways.
I will say, I had a Art of Tom Bancroft table also, just because we had an extra, and it was nice. I could kind of use that. My wife was there, and some of your sisters were there kind of working it, and my father-in-law. And so I could kind of come and go, but it was nice to have that. I did hear a couple people come up to me and mention the animation recap.
It was just so cool.
It was. You got more of it because also she did her hair up really nice. She looked really good.
Well, you kept talking about my hair this weekend.
What? Why?
I don't know. You just kept bringing it up.
Well, you really did it up. I mean.
Thank you.
I mean, this is very nice too, but like you did it up. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
So. Obviously she kind of was a target. She's got the pretty factor.
A target.
Yeah.
Well, I think you're known for other things. Like you're known for
right. I had more people.
Animation Y'all. I'm only recognized from this.
Yeah, from this.
This is my claim to fame, and
I'm
gonna ride that wave because that was awesome. So if you guys came up and said, "Hey," just know it meant a lot.
That's cool.
And yeah, it's so exciting. I was just like, how cool is that?
So let's land this plane, but we are coming back next year. There is no doubt about it. The love that we felt, and honestly, we could tell it was the real deal. I mean, people didn't want to leave. Sunday night, I was there for an extra couple hours of people just coming up and wanting to.
People were just like so thankful.
They had to get that out there. They had to say how much it meant to them, and not that it hadn't happened all weekend long, but like that last hour or so.
It was like everybody hanging out in the lobby. Like people were not wanting to leave.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
It was very cool.
Anyways, that was Animation Y'all. You guys really missed out if you weren't there. It was I hope you have FOMO.
All that FOMO you had, it was true.
Honestly,
and you should have had it. Yeah. But come to next year. Don't worry about it. We're gonna make it bigger and better. We gotta find a bigger venue. I think we've definitely already outgrown this venue, so we're gonna find something else.
Don't make it too big, because like the heart's
I know,
in it.
but we want to go at least over 1,000, just a little over 1,000 at
really?
least. Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Because we easily can. I mean, it sold out. There were so many people that were coming to the door that we had to turn away.
Really?
Yeah. Most of them they found ways to get them in and things like that, but there were a few that. They had to. They just had to.
Oh, well, that
marshals.
was animation, y'all.
Thank you, guys.
And I think we'll just do one more article.
Sure.
This is piping hot tea.
Oh.
Actually piping hot. I'll be shocked if you haven't heard of this. So, I guess article 1? Question mark? So, I'm kind of going to mix
I feel
between
like this
two
is
articles.
article 2.
Yeah, maybe article 2?
Yeah.
Okay. This is kind of a mix between two. Have you seen this?
Just read about this morning. This
Live
is
updates.
piping hot.
Technicolor, owner of Micros Animation, MPC, and The Mill on the verge of total collapse.
Woof.
So that is the Cartoon Brew, but I kind of like the Animation World Network article more, so I'm gonna look at this one. So. Dark whispers are sweeping through the animation and special effects industry. Renowned, that's what
Visual effects, yeah.
Visual effects. Renowned visual effects studio NPC may be shutting down its doors very soon, according to the Variety and other. Okay, Well, I wanted to find a certain part. Pretty much, all the staff on Friday. Did you see that? Received an email.
Yeah.
That
was
pretty
slightly
much
mysterious, but pretty much spelled out.
I mean, it said Technicolor has been facing severe financial challenges despite exhausting efforts, including restructuring initiatives, discussions with potential investors, and exploring acquisition opportunities. We have been unable to secure a viable path forward. Unfortunately, this leaves us with no alternative but to acknowledge that the company may be forced to foreclose. And
wow.
they said, as soon as Monday.
Wow.
So people
Like,
literally
meaning
were at
like-
work on Friday hearing, oh,
Yeah.
I probably don't have a job come Monday.
And by the way, you don't say that to your employees unless you're pretty much going to do it. It's a 99% chance because they're going to take that weekend then and start trying to find another job. And Monday could come around and you go, no, guess what? We saved the company. And now half your staff is like, sorry, I already got another gig.
Right. So, and the email ended. So they pretty much said, we're going to be meeting all weekend trying to figure out a way to save the company.
Wow.
And then they said, if no viable solution is found, we may be required to cease our U.S. operations as early as Monday, February 24th.
Okay, wait. Now I'm getting slightly confused. I haven't read any of these articles. I've just seen the headlines. This is such new info. Is it Technicolor that is shutting down? Because that's an old company. It's been around a long time. Or is it their subsidiaries?
The parent company. Yeah.
I don't think that's closing down.
It says in the email they got Technicolor has been facing. No, it's all of them.
Oh, wow.
I think it's all of their studios. That's why they're saying all those companies are like about to shut down. I think it's their parent that is shutting everything down.
And the little bit I read, too, I think it was like they're saying hundreds of employees, right?
They have 6,000 employees.
Oh, potentially thousands. Wow.
Yeah, they have... From
does it say
4,500 to 6,000. They can't figure out how many exactly employees they have.
And I don't know what Technicolor, like what shows they do.
So...
But yeah, let's talk about that.
That I can tell you.
And Micros.
Right now, they are working on Disney Snow White, Lilo and Stitch, which Disney Snow White cannot catch a break. Like, they seriously
It doesn't
cannot.
deserve to. Have you seen those dwarfs? We have to do a whole show about Snow White. Maybe we'll wait for it to come and actually be the two people that go to it in Nashville.
Yeah.
And then do a review.
Yeah.
And
the
dwarfs
lead
look
girl.
so bad. And that's probably, this is the company that's doing the dwarfs, I'm sure, is Technicolor.
Well, yeah, so.
Or Micros.
Disney Snow White, Lilo and Stitch live action, and Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning is all what they're working on right now. Also on the line are all of the projects currently in development under the Technicolor umbrella, such as Micros Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Wow.
I mean, they're definitely working on big projects, which is so confusing.
How do you go out of business when you got that on your slate, right?
Yeah, it sounds to me like business is booming.
Yeah, it does. I mean, that's a lot of employees, though. That's more than...
Well, yeah, but that's probably major things they're naming.
That seems like, okay, shift everything to Technicolor so that company can stay alive, but do those projects because they're lined up. Why not just shut down a few of the other ancillary companies?
Yeah, they have so many. So it says
it's crazy.
Technicolor has restructured several times and filed for Chapter 15 bankruptcy protection in 2020.
Oh, wow.
Technicolor Post was sold. Oh, I guess they have also a
Post.
news.
A what?
Technicolor Post is out of news.
No. Post production is what they're talking about.
Was sold to Streamland Media for $36.5 million in 2021.
And by the way, that one was the one that's been around for 100 years. Because Technicolor used to do film developing and all that. And so I have a feeling that post part is the one that does a lot of the live action post production, color correcting, and things like that. Technicolor literally is known for color. And so
I hope so. It's in their name.
It is.
In 2022, MPC and the other current brands relaunched as Technicolor Creative Services. So it looks to me like they've been trying to keep their head above water for a very long time.
This probably
they're
shouldn't
rebranding
be
constantly.
News to all of us, but yeah.
I mean, yeah, but it's how did you get here? You're aware of your finances ahead of time. Maybe you should have gone, I don't know, down to 4,000 staff members. That's cutting 2,000 people's salaries.
Yeah.
How are you not, ahead of the game? Being that large of a company?
I think we can assume they used to be even bigger. And that they probably have scaled down, but maybe just not enough.
I just have a hard time. I mean, I have... With us being such a small studio who has been able to figure out how to do so much with so many, with
so
a little
crew,
I'm having a hard time thinking they need the 6,000 people.
I mean, the few you listed there are big projects, Here's the thing, with the special
6,000
effects...
people worth?
I don't.
They've got to have other projects.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there's more, and they've put out stuff before this too that those people worked on too. So it's not like
no, I'm aware.
It's just what they have on their site now.
Yeah,
they wrapped up a few.
I don't know. I just feel like that's crazy. I cannot imagine sending an email like that. I'm kind of it's thoughtful to let your crew know, so that they can start looking for a job, but you gave them a weekend.
No, well,
so
here's the thing.
Thoughtful.
They would not have sent that out if it didn't make business sense. They're not just being nice guys. I can almost guarantee this. No.
They're trying to be sweet.
I don't think that's the case at all. I don't know what the angle is there or what legality maybe they have to cover doing that.
Yeah, maybe.
But I don't think it's just to be Mr. and Mrs. Nice Guy. I hate to say it because that's, like I said, everybody's going to run out and look for another job.
Well, I'm sure they are.
You don't do that.
And no one's going to show up to work on Monday.
Oh yeah. Well, no, they're going to maybe to find out and get their last check. I don't know, but.
Well, it says according to sources, meetings are currently underway with employees that they will be paid severance, but that might be to keep the situation calm.
I think what they're going to do, this would be my guess, is that they can scale back to because they have jobs on their computer screens right now that have deadlines, right? Just to finish those projects, they'll probably scale down to whatever,
and they
1,000.
should have sent that email because you're right. People on those projects are probably looking for jobs.
Well, yeah, but that's what they just said. Over the weekend, we're going to be contacting employees. They're going to go all their supervisors first. They're going to say, don't leave. We got work for you for at least the next month or two. We'll help you.
Know what they probably did is send separate emails to the ones that are keeping jobs being like, this doesn't apply to you.
Yeah, probably. I think that you're right. Maybe not everybody got the same email, but I would say everybody got that email potentially, but then maybe there was a follow-up email. Well, there definitely was if they're contacting people over the weekend.
Yeah, well, Cartoon Brew is doing live updates.
Are they?
Yeah, it's kind of tea.
I know. The Cartoon Brew loves to kind of keep up. But we need somebody doing it, so thank you, Cartoon
their
Brew.
last update was 2:30 p.m. today. Nick Holloway and David Pike from Interpath Advisory, the newly appointed administrators of the UK branch of Technicolor. They have so many branches, too.
Yeah.
Paris, UK, they have They have like, I think 9 or something locations around the world.
I know there's one in Canada, I'm sure.
Yeah, said in a letter today that the majority of the company's activities have ceased.
Wow.
So maybe they're just not even finishing their projects. In the UK, and with regret, the majority of the company's circa 440 employees in the UK have been made redundant. Being made redundant is a British equivalent of being laid off in the United States, in parentheses.
That's what that really means.
Thank you so much. They further added, as a priority, the joint administrators will be providing support to those impacted, including supporting them with claims to the redundancy payments services. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're sending them to the government.
Your last paychecks, maybe, I don't know. Some kind of
so-
severance. But it doesn't sound like a lot of severance. I'm already guessing that. But, oh, man, that's rough.
Oh, okay. So it turns out that they have been trying to sell. This is as of the 10 a.m. update. They've been trying to sell the company for months prior to its collapse.
Yeah, it doesn't
Last
surprise me.
October, the Financial Times reported that Technicolor was in talks with potential buyers and included groups of private equity companies and Middle Eastern sovereign wealth funds. Did I do that?
Yeah, that
well
means,
as rival media groups.
That means like sheiks and stuff over in Dubai, that kind of thing.
So, yikes. They were trying, but so just to clarify, activities have ceased, mean that they're just not finishing their projects, right?
What was that, the UK one, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, my guess is they're going to keep going for, who knows, maybe even up to 6 months. I'm just saying just to finish the projects that are on their computers right now, because you need that. What are they going to do? Give back money? They can't do that. And so it just seems smart to go down to a skeleton crew to finish those projects and make that last bit of money to, so they don't have another
Seems like they should have
bill
been in a
that they
skeleton
can't
crew
pay.
for a while.
It does. It does sound like it.
I mean, if they were in talks like last October.
Here's the
February.
catch-22. Again, business hat on. Catch-22, I could see that they probably had was, we have to look as solvent as possible for as long as possible while we're trying to sell the company. And what that means is
that can
we
make
got to
sense,
look
yeah.
like we could turn this around tomorrow. And you buy us, you could turn it around tomorrow.
Like we don't need you to
we have
buy
all
us.
these projects. They were probably making projects that they knew if they kept going forward the way they were going, they couldn't complete. All just to say, on the books, we have this job, this job, this
Disney
job.
Snow White.
Exactly.
What?
Oh no, 100%. They've known,
You're right.
like you said,
That's
forever.
crazy.
So they've been stacking their cards, knowing that if something doesn't change, we're not going to finish these projects, and they still made those deals. And so that's the dirty little
So
secret
what
that's
happens
in
if they
between the
don't
lines
finish
here.
those projects and can't pay the people back, like Disney? They get sued?
Well, they're going bankrupt, so they just go bankrupt, and they just go sorry, and they get absolved of a lot of
Yeah,
their
you don't have to, you can just claim.
problems. Honestly,
It reminds me of The Office. I declare bankruptcy. I'm gonna declare it, and then I just don't have to pay anything.
There's some pretty big negatives that go along with bankruptcy. I don't think you want it really.
Anyways,
You won't have a credit card for quite a while.
Oh well,
or
I
buy a
don't
house.
really have one anyways. I don't have to buy a house either.
When you have a house, it'll get taken away.
It's not in my name.
Oh, that's true. You're fine.
I'm fine.
Apartment living. That's not so
I'm
bad.
declaring it.
Yeah. She didn't say that.
What? It
All
doesn't
right.
matter if you say it.
Someone's gonna come after you.
Oh my gosh. Anyways,
No.
piping hot tea, crazy Monday
Sad.
morning.
Sad piping hot
Very,
tea.
very sad.
By the time this comes out on Friday, I will say this is probably going to get, resolved. Probably in a bad way. I mean, you probably will have, if you've heard more
True.
throughout
I didn't even
this week.
think about that. This isn't out till Friday,
I
so
know. It probably will have shut down, is the guess. Everything shut down.
is that what you're guessing?
Oh, yeah. Thousands
Okay,
of people.
I'll take the opposite.
Okay. $1. Okay.
Alrighty, we're betting on people's careers.
No.
That feels wrong.
Yeah, this story. That does feel bad now. Dang it.
I bet they kept him. You were the one that bet against him.
You're never going to get that $1 from me anyway. And I'll never get your $1. So,
love ya.
Love you guys. Come back next week.
Bye.
If you like what you just saw, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, Pencilish Studios.